I've looked at this team all year, and I feel like the best thing to say to encapsulate this game is that both these teams play similar styles. They like to run the ball. They're efficient with their quarterbacks, and they play really stout defense with a lot of pressure on the opposing team's quarterback. I just feel like Indiana does it better than Miami does as a totality. I think Miami does a lot of things well. Obviously Bain and Mesidor are two of the best D linemen in the country. Their DBs, Miami, are pretty good. Keontae Scott and Jacoby Thomas, those guys have been really good. Made huge plays. Then you have freshman Bryce Fitzgerald, who has 6 interceptions, which is kind of remarkable for a freshman. I will say that Carson Beck is also a liability, and I know people are like, yeah, he's done well the last couple of games, but he still had an interception last week, and he has had multiple games with bad interceptions. So he has 11 for the year. That's not a good number. He had a bunch last year with Georgia as well. So it's a bit of a trend that he continues to have a lot of interceptions. I think the other thing that I've noticed is the average for Brown and Fletcher is like 4.87 per rush between the two of them. And then between the two of Hemby and Black for Indiana is 5.31. So again, they like to run the ball, Miami, but Indiana does it better. That's just a truth of the matter. And I feel like they want an efficient quarterback in Beck, but he makes mistakes. Mendoza is that quarterback. He does have 6 interceptions, which is not a small number, but it's 11 is basically double that. So he's limited mistakes. And then in the last 2 games, in the playoff games, he's had, I think, 5 or 6 incompletions to his 8 touchdowns, which is ridiculous. They've had a lot of short fields because of mistakes by Oregon and Alabama. Oregon had a couple of fumbles that they recovered that they were able to turn into points really quick. That's what Indiana can do. They can score really quick. They're very efficient when they have the ball. Their success rate is immense. I think it's around probably similar to the Oregon game in the regular season where it was like a 30-20 game. That's what I'm expecting.